The emergency room was filled with the usual chaos, the sounds of alarms, and the hustle of nurses and doctors moving swiftly. Dr. Marcus, a skilled African-American surgeon, was in the midst of his shift when the ambulance arrived. The patient, a woman in her 40s, was rushed in on a stretcher, her body battered from a violent car accident. She was in critical condition. There was no time to waste. Dr. Marcus quickly took charge, calling for his team to stabilize the woman. Her name was Carol Mitchell, a woman known for her strong racist views. But to Dr. Marcus, that didn't matter. He was there to save her life. The operating room was filled with urgency as Dr. Marcus worked tirelessly. His hands moved with precision, performing the delicate surgery needed to give Carol a fighting chance. As the hours passed, the team pushed through their fatigue, determined to save this woman, no matter her history or opinions. They finally managed to stabilize her. It wasn't over yet, but Carol had survived the hardest part, thanks to Dr. Marcus's unwavering focus and expertise. Days later, Carol began to regain consciousness. Her mind was foggy, and the pain from the accident was overwhelming. As she opened her eyes, she found herself in a sterile hospital room, confusion settling in. Her gaze landed on Dr. Marcus, standing quietly beside her bed. The moment their eyes met, Carol's confusion turned into anger. "Why is he here?" she shrieked, her voice filled with disbelief and fury. "Get him out of my sight!" The nurse tried to calm her, but Carol's rage intensified. "How could you let him near me?" she shouted. "He's the one who operated on me." Her words were sharp, filled with years of hatred and prejudice. It was as if the very idea of a black doctor saving her life was beyond her comprehension. But Dr. Marcus, calm as ever, didn't flinch. He simply stood there, waiting for her to calm down, knowing that this moment was bigger than any of the physical pain she was experiencing. "Listen," Dr. Marcus finally spoke, his voice gentle yet firm. "When you were lying there unconscious, I didn't see your skin color. I didn't see your views. I saw a life that needed saving. That's all." Carol's anger didn't immediately subside, but something in her eyes shifted. For a moment, she found herself questioning the very beliefs that had defined her life for so long. "I don't care who you are or what you believe in," Dr. Marcus continued. "I did my job. I saved your life because that's what we do here. We save people, no matter who they are." The silence that followed was heavy. It wasn't easy for Carol to face the truth, but there was no denying it. She was alive, and it was Dr. Marcus who had made that possible. In the following weeks, as Carol recovered, she found herself in turmoil. The same doctor who had defied her beliefs and saved her life was now standing before her every day. She couldn't escape the reality. Dr. Marcus had done the unthinkable. He had saved her, and in doing so, he had forced her to confront her own prejudices. She didn't change overnight. There were moments when the bitterness would flare up again. But each time she saw Dr. Marcus, calm, professional, and respectful, something within her began to shift. The walls she had built around her heart started to crumble, just a little bit at a time. Months later, Carol walked out of the hospital, no longer the same person who had entered. The journey of healing had not only been physical, but emotional as well. Dr. Marcus's quiet professionalism and unflinching dedication to his duty had slowly begun to change her heart. It wasn't an easy change, and it wasn't immediate. But for Carol, the encounter with Dr. Marcus had planted the seed of something new, something she wasn't sure would ever take root. But one thing was clear: Dr. Marcus had saved her life, and in doing so, he had given her a chance to re-examine everything she thought she knew about herself and others. And though it took time, Carol knew that her heart was beginning to change, just as her life had.